Hey guys, so just a quick reminder, this is part 4 and 5 of double feature analysis. Now, like we said before, as this season gets ready to come to our shores on August 25th, 2021, we're gonna get a little bit of understanding of what the season is really telling us. Now, from what we have learned so far in the latest updates, we know that the season has two parts into it, one by sea and the other one by land or by sand. Now, for all the previous season of American Horror Story, this is probably the most anticipating season since the season of the Roanoke season, which was season 6. Now, for this season, we realized that one thing that is shocking is that they only told us the first part of the season, which they told us is going to be at least 10 episodes. Now, the 10 episode will probably be for the first half of the season, because Ryan Murphy did mention that the season is basically 2 seasons into 1. So if we're understanding this right, we might get an amount of 10 episodes for each season, which will sum up to at least 20 episodes, which is shocking because this is going to be the first time American Horror Story has so many different episodes, but is counted as 1 season, but as 2. So for the double feature, we might see people that from the previous season of double feature come back to place a different role in the second half of double feature. Now, the key things that I wanted to talk about, since we already had the name of the first cast members for double feature. Hey guys, so this is the double feature cast member for part 1. So now this is the name that they have so far for part 1. We have Kathy Bates, Macaulay Culkin, Leslie Grossman, Billy Lord, Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, and Angelica Ross, Cartra Montross, Adina Porter, Lily Ray, Fenn Wittrock, and Stefan Okor. Those are the names that we have for part 1 of double feature, which right now, if we're still speculating, we could say that part 2, one person I think that they haven't really said anything about, I believe maybe Jessica Lange might come back, and that's why they're keeping everything on the low. Because like Ryan Murphy said, he's bringing back all the favorites from the seasons before, the people that started American Horror Story in the first place, which is gonna be very cool to see what role each character will play. Now, one thing about the new update of American Horror Story double feature, they has changed the poster to this one, which is an alien giving, I would say, drugs to like a siren or some type of other creature. And one thing we should learn, that they did say that, alien, siren, Bigfoot, and all these other mythological creatures might play into double feature. There's also some other mythological creature called the Black Jack, which has a connection to the location that they are still filming American Horror Story, which is another mind-boggling thing to even think about. And another update that we have find out on social media, as well as some new updates, is some people might be playing John F. Kennedy as well as Marilyn Monroe, which will have a connection to like aliens back in those times, how for example, like the Roswell incident, or there was an incident dealing with like CIA was sitting with like aliens, and the aliens were basically demanding things, and it's basically like a bargaining chip. So I think having the aliens come back from season to Asylum will have a big twist. So it's like saying that there are some good aliens, but at the same time there are also bad aliens that are doing bad deeds to get more, I would say, power, or the government wants more. And even that's another thing. From season 8, the cooperative, we never got a full explanation of like who are part of the cooperative and stuff. We know that they sold their soul and all that stuff, but we never got like the cooperative might be something that could come back into double feature, that could have another connection to the aliens, so if the cooperative from season 8 has a connection in double feature, that might tie in season 8 as well. Like, they the one that caused the apocalypse, because they also had a hand in it. By getting help from Michael and the aliens, they were able to create new technology and such. That might be a pretty good idea, or even analysis to think about, or even a prediction that the cooperative might make an appearance or something like that, because there's so many different tie-ins. But like I said, double feature, I believe part 2 cast will include Jessica Lange and other original casts. I really think about that might be something that they're not telling anybody, because why else reveal part 1 and never then release part 2 of double feature? And I think part 2 might have even more crazier feats based on how the season is going to be broken down, how Jessica Lange would probably make an appearance or so, as well as Sarah Paulson did say that the season will be breaking down into a way where it never happened before, which they have done so many different ways of the season. What else they could do that could change the way the format American Horror Story? Now, the last time this was implemented, I would say, was back when season 8 or season 6 or season 6 of American Horror Story, when they made the format in Roanoke, it was like a documentary style. But now that they say they trying to change the game yet again, and the way that they're gonna break it down, I'm just more excited to see how the season's gonna be different, or be topping the way each season is gonna break down from each season. Because season 6 didn't had a opening, but the format of the season was way different than anything else. Now, another thing I said before is I believe double feature will have a double opening. So part 1 will have its own opening sequence, and then part 2 will have its own. But over time, the 2 seasons will time overlap on each other, thus creating a third opening sequence, which will be pretty cool for American Horror Story, because they'll be the first time that they have 2 opening sequences for a season that count as 2 seasons. So like I said before, guys, this might be the most interesting season yet, and I hope that you guys continue to watch my channel, and can't wait to break down the season for American Horror Story series, which will be a series which is the new anthology spinoff, as well as the 10th season of American Horror Story double feature. Catch you guys soon. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel, and I can't wait to drop more video content for American Horror Story. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. Bye bye.